With accurate 24/7 tracking, up to 150 days of battery life, and IP68 water resistance, the Ring Conn Smart Ring is not only the strangest fitness tracker I've ever used, but it's also the most convenient. Now, it's also nice and strong thanks to its titanium build with a PVD coating, and best of all, there's absolutely no subscription fees for the software, you just buy the ring and that's it. So full disclosure before we get into all the details though, the video is sponsored by RingConn and they've sent me the ring for free to showcase to you guys. So I've spent a couple of weeks using the Ring Conn now, and I have to say that overall I'm a fan. My main issue with health tracking has always been that I don't like wearing a smartwatch to bed, which means I've never been able to get good sleep data, but thankfully that has all changed now with the Ring Conn Smart Ring. When ordering your Ring Conn Smart Ring, you've got the option to get a free sizing kit, and I highly recommend doing this in order to get the best fit for your ring. You can choose from 9 different sizes, and it's also recommended that you wear them overnight as your finger size can fluctuate throughout the day. But once you've got your size picked out, you just need to pick a color between pale gold, moonlit silver, or midnight black, and that's pretty much it. Now the ring is going to arrive in this nice compact packaging. If we open it up, we first get the ring itself, and as you can see, I've got the silver version. We then get the portable charging case along with the manuals. Now the ring itself is made of titanium, so it is strong and sturdy. We've also got IP68 water resistance, so you don't have to take it off for a shower, and you can even go diving up to 50 meters. We've got the PVD coating on the outside, and then on the inside we've got a heart rate sensor, a skin temperature sensor, a blood oxygen sensor, and a 3D accelerometer. It's a little bit of a squared off shape rather than a perfect circle, but I've actually been finding it very comfortable to wear. Now there are 2 little bubbles each side of the sensor, and I assume this is to help keep the ring in place while it's on your finger, and you really can't feel them while you're wearing it, but when putting the ring on, these sensors should be at the bottom of your finger for the best tracking results. Now because there's no display, the battery lasts up to 7 days from the ring itself, and more than 150 days with a fully charged portable charging case, and the ring is going to charge from 0% all the way to 100 in about 90 minutes. Now in terms of setup, you just download the RingConn app, pair the smart ring, and then enter a few details like your weight and height, then that's it and you're good to go. The app itself, I have to say, it's nicely laid out, it's easy and intuitive to use, and even in my first few minutes with the app I was able to find all of the metrics I was looking for. We also get a lot these days where you buy a product and then you get a free app, but then they keep trying to push a pro version on you for a subscription, but thankfully that isn't the case here. The app is free and it's focused on my health metrics rather than push any sales, which I do like a lot. You can also integrate it with Apple Health or Google Fit, and you get a choice of a dark or light mode for the app. At the top of the page, we've got a summary which scores our sleep, activity, and stress, and if we scroll down, we get a lot more details so you can see my time in bed, my sleeping heart rate, and my sleep time ratio, along with a sleep score to easily compare day to day. We then got activity, which shows us the activity calories, activity duration, along with the score, and it's even got a graph comparing against the previous week's average. It's the same with stress, and we get all of the metrics, along with the graph comparing against the previous week's average. We can navigate and look at the previous days by swiping through the calendar at the top. We've even got a dedicated section for sleep, activity, and stress that go into more detail. Now under sleep, we've got the different sleep stages mapped out, and this shows me my time awake, my REM sleep, the light sleep, and the deep sleep, along with the data and the graphs for our sleeping heart rate, along with sleeping heart rate variance. We've also got the sleep oxygen saturation, along with a graph mapping it out, and then finally we've got the sleeping skin temperature. At the bottom, you can even add in a nap, so if you've taken the ring off and accidentally had a nap, then you can still log it. Now under activity, you've got a step counter along with data on calories and base metabolism. We've even got standing data followed by an activity intensity graph. Then we've also got this pie chart with the intensity ratio. Under the stress section, we've got an overall score, a graph that maps out stress levels throughout the day, along with the stress ratio chart and the sleeping stress data. We've also got the trend section where we can take a bigger look at the overall data through a week, month, or year. And again, it covers all of the metrics, and we're able to edit this front page to have the metrics that are most important to us. Now under the Me tab is where you'll find all of the app settings like the units, first day of the week, and the clock settings. Then we've also got all of the ring settings and information in there as well. Now I don't actually wear rings, I never have done and never thought I would, so wearing this was a little bit strange at first, but I have to say after a few hours I got used to it. I do move the ring about a bit as well, so most of the time it stays on my left index finger, but occasionally I'll move it to the other hand on the index finger, or even on the middle fingers as both of them are a similar size. and it's basically just dependent on the activity I'm doing at the time. Now most of the time I forget it's even there, which means I really do get 24/7 data tracking, and to be fair, I've also scratched the ring across a few items as well as dropped it a few times, and as you can see, if we take a close look at the ring, there really aren't any marks on it. The fact that there's no display also helps with me not using my phone all the time. With the smartwatch, it's constantly reminding me to look at my phone to read a message or an application, whereas with this, there's nothing at all. It just silently syncs with my phone in the background that helps me stay off my phone. So this is pretty much a ring that's solely focused on fitness, and they haven't put anything in there to distract you from your goals or targets, which is great. Now, I've never been great at sleeping, but I never realized how little sleep I was getting until I started using the smart ring. Although I'm in bed for 7 hours a day, you can see from my scores that on average I seem to get about 5.5 hours sleep, so that's definitely something I need to work on. So I've already started making some adjustments like reducing caffeine as well as less screen time in the evening, and hopefully I'll be able to bring this up to the recommended 7. Now when it comes to the price, the RingConn smart ring is currently $279, and of course I've placed a link to the webpage down in the description so you can go ahead and purchase it or just take a look at some further information. And as I said, you get a ring sizing kit for free if you need it, and you also get free shipping. Now hopefully I've covered everything for you today, but if there is anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.